Breaking news here on Seahawks Today. The Seattle Seahawks have found their new starting center as former Lions center Evan Brown has signed with the Seattle Seahawks, according to NFL Network insider Tom Pelissero, tweeting that out this afternoon. Still waiting on some details of what this contract necessarily looks like, but nonetheless, the Seahawks have found their man for now. And for Seattle, you had an interesting situation, right, with Austin Blythe announcing his retirement after just not too many seasons in the National Football League. The Seahawks, I think, were already anticipating to try to make a move of some sorts at the center position, whether Austin Blythe was coming back or not. And now what they've done, bringing in Brown here, is they have the replacement. This is the guy that will take snaps and hand things over to Geno Smith each and every game now. This is their man going forward. So you may be wondering, well, what exactly does Evan Brown bring to the table? Who is he? What's his background and everything? We will tell you in just a few moments from right now. We'll go completely in depth, give you all the insights you need to know on Evan Brown here in just one moment. Before we do, what is your one-word reaction to the signing of Evan Brown? Let us know in the comments section. My one word is expected. I thought the Seahawks would do something like this, potentially, of a guy like Evan Brown, that they would go with a veteran for this position. This, to me, kind of feels right, okay? I mean, that's the way the Seahawks do business and the way that they approach things. To me, this seemed like the type of route they would go. Evan Brown, I think we had him on our list before when we talked about potential candidates. To me, this is just expected. What's your one-word reaction? Let us know in the comments section. Folks, this is why you subscribe. Look, we had just put out a video earlier, and then we said, wait, breaking news, bam, we got to put out another video. That's why you subscribe to the channel, folks, because we cover your Seattle Seahawks like no one else does, with daily news and rumors. When news breaks, we're on it. We let it happen. We do our live shows as well. We are talking all things free agency frenzy, trades, also getting ready for the draft. All of that, we got you covered here on the channel. Subscribe for free. If anything, do it for me because of what our team has done to bring you this video. At least do it to help thank us for the dedication we have to the 12s out there. Subscribe for free right now. YouTube.com/Seahawks TV. Turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. So here is the background, the backstory on Evan Brown. He was undrafted in 2018 out of Southern Methodist University of Dallas. And he previously played for a number of teams, including the Detroit Lions most recently, also the Cleveland Browns, the Miami Dolphins, and the New York Giants. So you're looking at a guy that has been around in his short time in the National Football League, and this is going to be his fifth team already. But you're looking at a player that has provided consistency of some sorts. We're looking at somebody that's played 12 games for the Lions last season, started in 12 games to be exact, and that also includes about 24-plus games that he started in the last two seasons for Detroit. Now, here's one thing that I'll point to when it comes to Evan Brown here in the future of this position. Like I told you earlier, I kind of expected a veteran of sorts like Evan Brown to be in this position, right? But this doesn't rule out the possibility of Seattle still drafting a center to sit behind Evan Brown. Maybe you have a competition of some sorts in training camp or be that number two and try to get ready to eventually take over that role. Brown, where he's at, not a bad signing, pretty decent player, is a placeholder, right? This is not a long-term solution. This is a Band-Aid. This is a short-term fix, essentially, for this position. You already have two young tackles, right, on your bookends with Charles Cross and Abraham Lucas. And now you bring in a veteran to kind of carry the water, hold the weight, to be that veteran presence. And whether you find a rookie in this year's draft or next year, whatever it may be, I don't expect Brown to be the long-term guy necessarily when it comes to this center position. Great, the signing of Evan Brown. To me, it's okay. You know, it I'm still waiting on the exact contract details. Look, we were so quick on getting out this video, we don't even know the contract stuff yet. So it's hard for me to put a grade, but just based on what I know, I think this is a B signing. We'll see what the contract terms are. If it's at a discount, this could be an A. If they overpaid, it could be a C or lower. But just based on the player and what Seattle is getting, that's a B for me right now. Grade it for me in the comment section. Let me know. St. Patty's Day is just around the corner, and you're in luck, folks. You can avoid getting pinched by getting some Seahawks St. Patrick's Day gear. On sale now for up to 25% off. And this stuff looks so good, folks, that even after St. Patrick's Day, you could still wear these Seahawks green gear. And we have everything for men, women, kids. We even got the socks, so if you want to feel lucky, maybe you'll get lucky wearing these. I don't know. Get yours now, chatsports.com/Seahawks green. You will be glad you did. You'll be looking great. You'll feel good, play good, look good. Got you covered. Seahawks St. Patty's Day gear on sale now, chatsports.com/Seahawks green. Here's the grades according to Pro Football Focus on Evan Brown. PFF not too kind necessarily on Evan Brown, as they ranked him 33rd among 77 centers in the NFL. Overall grade 64.8. Pass block grade not great, 45.5. Run block grade was by far better than the pass block grade, 69.5. But remember, Charles Cross and Abraham Lucas, your tackles, those guys specialize as pass blockers. And so with Evan Brown, now you got a guy that specializes in run blocking. Maybe you have a balancing act of some sorts. Allowed 2 sacks, got called for 6 penalties last year. The best thing, though, about Evan Brown, as we kind of wrap up on this for today's show, is the versatility he brings to the Seattle Seahawks offensive line. You're looking at a guy who will be the Seahawks starting center, but has the ability to play offensive guard. We've seen him play both positions. As pointed out by Michael Sean Duggar of The Athletic, Evan Brown can play both center and guard, though with the void at center, that may be where he starts out in Seattle. So, what did I tell you earlier? That if the Seahawks find a center they like in this draft, they could still draft a center. Then maybe you move Evan Brown to guard potentially. You have that flexibility with this signing of Evan Brown to potentially move him around if you need to. And that, my friends, is a very good thing. Before we wrap up, name a player the Seahawks should sign. This is the 3rd signing the Seahawks have made outside the organization. Remember, they also made some bigger moves earlier with Jaron Reed, of course, and Draymond Jones. Who should they sign next? I know a lot of you are still calling for Bobby Wagner. What do you think? Let me know. Who's a player outside the organization that's a sitting free agent right now you'd like to see in Seattle? Let me know in the comment section. You can also interact with me on social media. The Facebook where Zuck's at. Zuck's also on Instagram too. And then we're hanging out with Elon on Twitter. Follow me on all those places, and I'll see you next time right here on Seahawks Today.